We're here at our very first Liverpool Comic Con, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I bought my lazy disc. Get signed by Vasquez later on. Can't wait.
Let's rock! Coming out of the goddamn wall!
Got the queue queued up already, but it's not for us yet till we're not till 11, so we got a bit of a wait. But we're here, we've got our Starbucks, and yeah. You excited, Danny?
I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it because it's the first time we've been to. The first time we've been to one of these, and like we've always been to London and MCM and places like that. We've never been to one.
Yeah, this is really different for us because we've literally only ever gone to London one. We've never gone to any others. We've gone to different tattoo conventions in other parts of the country, but never and the gaming markets.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to these things, we never go to any others. It looks massive, and it's like a dedicated expo place already.
And it's got it's got some really cool things. Like we were checking the map last week, I think it was, and they've got like quiet rooms for people who are experience sensory overload, which we might need today.
Yeah, it's pretty busy, but I said we get one signature, and then going for and then, I know, just looking around really.
Very cool.
I'm not as stressed because this time you can pay for the autographs beforehand, which really helps because that's always a stressful part of lining up and whatnot.
And I also read that if you pay for the signature prior to arriving, you get priority for everybody else. Because if I had it before, we were going for, like for example, we went to LFCC a couple of years ago when series 3 of 4 of Stranger Things came out. Joseph Quinn was here, Eddie, and the queue for him was massive.
God,
we got a ticket, but the queue was absolutely horrendous, and it was all the people that paid before us that actually got to go first. So, so we got at least this signature. More for Chris than me. We got the signature, and then it just means you can get the ticket. You can go in before, can't you?
Yeah, and if someone else, if they're quieter on the upper ones of the aliens bit. If not, that'll do, I think.
Oh, it's Diamond Pass over there. Ah, it's a bit of the cover there. Like that's the entrance to get in for the Diamond Pass people. So I may have to ask where we're going to need to get in.
Good point.
We'll check though.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I'm going to finish off your coffee. I will see you in a bit. When the queue for Vasquez now, and right there she is. She is. Are you excited?
Yes. No.
You're very calm.
Yeah.
And you were calm for 5 minutes, weren't you? You were trying to find her, weren't you?
Well, there's 3 parts to signing. The last place we come to is where they are. Every other person is able to get to no problem. They were
grouped into fandoms. So we found the Star Wars one, we found the Starship Trooper one, and the last one we find is the Aliens one. So I told you we find it.
Yeah, I know. I just like because this place, we didn't realise, unlike the London one, this has got like multiple buildings and multiple parts to it to get to everything. It is organised, but we ain't been it before. It's like, but yeah, no, it's all right now.
Fingers crossed we'll be able to get some filming of this. So wish us luck.
Yeah.
So cool.
Silver?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Right, so that's the end of the expo. We had a great time, absolutely knackered. We're just going to have a quick minute or two just to just lay down and
Have a nap.
have a quick nap, and then we can show the pickups.
Anyway, back on the sofa.
Yeah. Pickups? Yeah, pickups.
Yes, pickups.
That's it, that'll do. And our thoughts on the Liverpool Comic Con.
The other LFCC.
Yeah, because we've been to a few in the past. We've been to the London one. Actually, it's London one, haven't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been to that one a few times. So this was a completely new one for us. And yeah, well, just quickly, really, generally, we really enjoyed it, and I'd like to go back to it again. But what we're doing is now we did pick up a few bits. Didn't pick up a ton of stuff. We picked up a few bits. And I think we'll start with yourself, really.
Okay.
Unless you want to. Oh, sorry. Do you want to talk about your initial thoughts on the expo and stuff? The Comic Con. Who were expos? Comic Con.
But Expo, Comic Con, similar things. But no, it was really good. Really liked the exhibition centre. Nice and big, and 2 different sites meant they had different zones, and that was really nice as well.
Yeah, it was quite well cordoned off with certain areas. Yeah, you had the signature was in like the bottom floor of one building. The only thing was there was 3 different signature areas, and when we was, when I talk about my part of it, it was like the last part we found that I needed to get to, but it was organised really, and then you had market stalls quite all over the place really, but
spread out, nice variety as well. There was also, it was really nice to be able to have a look round the different areas and different floors and so forth. And nice variety of the stalls. They didn't just have like movie and
it did have a nice mixture of stuff there. Really friendly people as well. All the stall people we met were really
nice,
friendly.
yeah.
Had a good chat with a few people. I think didn't one of them also, because you had a badge that's got on it, asked me about my rats. And one of them actually did ask you as well.
Has paid me back dividends.
Yeah, actually had a good chat with
great
them.
Conversation starter. I might have to see if there's any others that ask me about my hobbies or things like that.
Yeah,
another one like that would be really cool. But no, it was really good. Loungefly Evil. They had the
they had a stall there. You'll see in
bags.
the footage that I did add in some other bits. Even I was looking at the Master Universe bag, the Battle Cat one. I was like, I want it, and it's like, ooh.
So sad.
But yeah.
Yeah, if they had the Godzilla one they had, if that had been a Pokemon bag with the movable arms and everything, I would have got that. But I had to be really careful because I did spend quite a bit of moolah. Not as much as I would normally do, because there's lots of really cool bits, but stuff I didn't really need it. But I just got lots of little bits and we got some food as well, which we'll talk about as well. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, little things was like the more fun little bits and pieces and all that lot. But I think that's again, if you're thinking about going to that particular con, highly recommend it. Also I didn't really portray it in the footage going in, but when we got there, we was actually for the 11 a.m. start. But this was on the Sunday. We couldn't get a Saturday ticket because they were sold out. But when we got to the bit, we thought, we've got like an hour to wait. And I was like, we'll hang around. And then we saw a guy at the front, and he said, you got your tickets? And I went, well, I have, but they're not till 11. And this was just after 10 or on 10?
Just about 10.
Just about 10 it was. And the guy said, that's fine, good ticket, scan them, go through. I went, oh, okay. I think it was because it was Sunday. It was still busy, but I feel it was obviously less busy than Saturday. There was no queues and people were just flowing in and out.
And the initial rush of people who could get in at 9 were done.
Yeah, so I think that was the initial bit that you paid for to get in there first bit. But that was nice. So we didn't have to wait there for an hour. And again, they could have been really funny and gone, oh no, we ain't coming in here, I ain't 11 o'clock yet. But they were quite really nice. You could have said, and we were going, we have to wait for an hour. Tough, that's our ticket. But it doesn't mean that would always happen. But it happened on this occasion, which was really nice because we didn't know what else to do.
So yeah, it's So tips for this, and a lot of them be similar to other things as well. Make sure you get your tickets early and don't do a weed and leave it till the week before.
Yeah, we was like, oh, we get them later. I'll get them a little bit later on.
The reason it pinged in our brain to get them was because we watched Alien, because we're starting to watch the Alien films ready for when the TV series starts, and the next thing I remember is Chris on the computer ordering the ticket.
Okay, and yeah, we should all tickets for Liverpool Comic Con because I want to go there to meet Vasquez, or I keep forgetting her name, Juliet something. I include a name up here. That's a name. Because I always think of.
Is it?
That's it. Yeah, because I always remember just the actors and actresses' names in movies. It's awful. But yeah, that was a big thing that I wanted to go to.
I have no tips.
But yes.
Yes. So, still get the parking. You want to, even if you're not going to go into a bit later, get parking and arrive early, because it just guarantees that you're not going to have to traipse around trying to find somewhere to park. If you can get a train there, then that's always recommended. It just depends how much stuff you're willing or wanting to buy, because we've done it before where at MCM one year we Sneak were there, and we by the end of the event they had a store there where you could buy cans, and by the end of the event they had enough stock left that they were practically giving the cans away. So me and Chris, we had a couple of boxes each of 24 cans.
Ooh,
and we had to get the train. That was interesting getting it home. So think about what you may buy before you decide decide how you're going to get there.
The car park was great because we had an initial one in town that was good, and it would have been about a 20-minute walk. 25-minute walk, which I thought, not too bad. But then when we looked on the map properly, there was like almost on-site one, really. It was literally on-site, an on-site one. Can't remember what the cost of it was. Can you remember the cost?
It was it was less than 20 but more than 15. It was around 15, 20 quid. So.
But it was worth it because a lot of spaces, really good gaps for spaces. It sounds a weird thing to say, but when you go to a lot of multi-story car parks, they're a pain to park it sometimes. And this one was really good for it, and we didn't go back to the car. We could have done if we wanted to put stuff back.
We didn't need to.
But we didn't need to, yeah.
What other tips? Food-wise, there are food stalls there, but as usual with these places, they're not the cheapest. So if you can bring your own food, do. If you've got the money, then you can. But with Liverpool in particular, if you're willing to do a little bit of a walk afterwards, about 10-15 minutes away, there's a place called the Baltic Market.
Ah, yeah.
Basically, it's a area where there's tables and chairs. You have numbers on the tables, but there's stalls of different types of food. There's a pizza place, a Mexican place, Italian place. You had the fried chicken, didn't you? You go order, sit at your table, they bring it to you, and it's really good quality food. Again, not the cheapest, but I'd rather spend money than get like a really filling meal. And they have a bar as well, which was really nice.
I did get some pictures of us with the food.
Oh yes, you did.
Which I'll include just up there. There we are. Look at us looking all happy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember. It was really good. But yes, highly recommend there for food. And they've got the Red Brick Market nearby, which is like little stores where you can go buy things as well. So if you have anything left over, I recommend there as well.
Good location overall, wasn't it, really? Because it got you to everything.
Oh, pre-order your signatures before you go. On the website, same with London Film Comic Con, with MCM, you can pre-order your signatures. Highly recommend that, because then that means it's one less stress and you don't have to worry about bringing cash with you, because you pre-ordered your signature.
Yeah, which is nice. The first time I've done that, in the past, it's always you turn up, get your money, you get like a little raffle ticket, and that'll be your number in the queue. And then when they call up a certain range of numbers, you then go up and then you awkwardly pay the person next to the person you're getting signature from to how many you want and what picture you want to get signed, which I find incredibly awkward because the person's there you want to see, and you kind of like go, oh, I'll just pay for this over here, and then so anyway we do that. But this time I was able to pay because you could do it with everybody. I think it was everybody could do it, but yeah. So the one I want to do for Vasquez one, I prepaid that, and literally you get like a QR code on your phone, and
they have a list of people, I noticed, of the ones that prepaid.
Yes, they can check all on that, and you literally scan it, get your name, ticket, done. There obviously probably been a more different situation on the insanely popular people. Like they were popular, but when you got like other big celebrities there, there's a bigger queue. But she had a nice queue when we went. It went through really nice and quick. And we weren't set to a time, because before when we done them, you go up there and they say, no, come back in an hour. And then you kind of dotting around, and then in the back of your mind, well, for me anyway, back of mind, right, well, should we go back and check now? And you can't enjoy the rest of the expo because you're too busy focusing on, oh, I want to go, should we go back now? Or can't go back yet? And this way, it's literally, when we got there was a queue there, but they had no number system thing on there, and they just, you queued up and got it done.
And I would also recommend, if you've got signatures, get them done first. Cause
that's what we were trying to do.
As soon as we got in, we went and looked for the alien section so we could get the signature. Just because then, because there's a schedule that these celebrities need to follow. So, for example, they'll be booked in for photo opportunities, and this could be single and group photos.
Oh, and chats as well.
Chats. They've got to have their breaks as well, because I can imagine how exhausting it is talking to people for hours and hours and doing all these things. So if they are available first thing, go then, because then it's done, and then you can enjoy the rest of the convention without worrying about it. Also, that's something else to bear in mind. Some of the celebrities will have photo opportunities and things like that. So the people who are looking after them may say you may not be able to get a photograph with them. So just bear that in mind if you do ask. When we went, I had the camera with me, so I could film like live reactions for Plunger, which was really good.
Yeah.
I also could film, because you were so excited. I don't think you could have focused on it anyway.
No, I could have done anyway.
So I made sure to film little bits. So a lot of the footage around that time when we were getting the signature was from me.
Which had come out really good, by the way.
I'm really pleased.
Yeah, I don't know if we haven't got around to watching it yet.
Not yet. I want to.
But yeah, really good.
And what I did was when Chris was getting his signature done, I stood up to the side and just had the camera there, checking every once in a while. I didn't want to make it obvious I was filming, but at the same time, I wanted to capture that moment. And then when you may notice in the footage, the person next to Vasquez was giving me some very, very looks like, why are you filming? You shouldn't be doing that. And I thought to myself, and it can be quite, and another some people who go to these conventions and may watch this, they may struggle with that because they're like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble or anything. Honestly, unless they tell you, you can't do it.
Yeah, just don't be like in their face with it or anything like that. Just be
exactly. Don't be like in their face.
Yeah, don't do that. And talk a picture with you.
Be subtle about it. Because
they're normally okay with that, really.
Because if they've got something in the front saying like no filming or photographs, you just got to accept that that's the rule. But if they don't explicitly say it, and you're just off the side being subtle, I personally don't see a reason. And as I thought to myself, unless she comes to me and tells me to stop filming, I'm not going to stop filming, because they have to explicitly tell me. And I'm really glad I did. I was so chuffed of the footage I managed to get, because I managed to get the whole
and you can hear us and everything as well.
Exactly.
Me being awkward, and it was great. That was.
So just be not even brave. Just know that you can do it unless they say otherwise. I would also say
we've experienced as well that in the past, good and bad, with that sort of thing. But that's for another day. That's for maybe an upcoming video of tips for cons and previous experiences at cons and stuff like that. But that's for another day. I thought I'd just tease that because that's other ideas. Anyway,
with this particular convention, what I really, really liked was they had sensory rooms, because conventions can be quite overwhelming, crowded. I mean, we've struggled with it before, haven't we? But what was nice was they had like 7 or 8 of these sensory rooms dotted around, and when you go in and close the door, if there's 90% of the sound from outside cuts out, you can still hear like bits outside, but it's a lot quieter. It's just a place to sit down and like process everything and give you a chance to like be away from the noise. And I think this is something that more conventions need to do. I highly praise Liverpool LFCC for doing that in Liverpool. They need to do it more, because a lot of the people, children included, that attend these conventions are the sort of people who are neurodivergent and need this sort of thing to help them be able to access it. So, or even those that maybe have sensory overload, for example. I know sometimes I've met people who are deaf that need a bit of a break from all of the sound they're hearing. So these rooms are brilliant, and I just think it needs to be something that's done more. So well done to LFCC Liverpool for doing that.
Yeah.
We used it.
We used it. Because not only that, we were knackered anyway. We wanted something to sit down, but it was something that was nice to sit down and be calming. So it goes chance us to chill, sort our bags out, bits and that, and then just sit a minute, have a drink. And yeah, it was highly recommended, because I remember in the past we've been to them. You've got to try and find a little empty spot you can sit without being trodden on, that's out of the way. And it's always a bit, yeah.
With someone like MCM, we've been able to go outside, and for the London one,
Ghosts.
yeah. Anyway, for MCM, we've been able to go outside for the London one because that was, and normally it's nice and sunny there, and there's a Starbucks not far from there. So that was, at MCM is quite nice, but that's not every convention. No. So, but I think they're becoming. I think this one's showing they're becoming more, even more aware of the needs of the people that actually go. So kudos to them.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's time to show our pickups. We start with Danielle's pickups from what she got. Again, I'll in between bits I'll run some B-roll footage, but show it to camera. Then we can do some nicer close-ups for you at home.
So I was on a bit of a keyring binge when I was there, because I just wanted loads of key rings.
I love key rings.
Yeah, so good. So jingle jangle everywhere. So this is this is the first one. It's a 3D printed T-Rex baby. They had a few of these in different colours, and as you can see, it's 3D printed, and it's held up on the key ring by its mouth, nose, poor thing, and it's articulated, so it means it can move, and it's a nice little fiddle toy. And this seems to be becoming more and more of a thing at these conventions.
Yeah, it is.
Where they have a lot of these, so you can fiddle with them and use them, and I quite like them. I'm just so scared of breaking it. I don't want to fiddle with them.
Yeah, but they're quite robust though, really.
They
are. I think they are. And a cool little colour scheme on them and stuff. And
but yes, it's very, very cool. Going along still with the dinosaur theme. This is a stall that had these key rings on, going like, for example, and it's just really cool dinosaur themed key ring. And so it comes with a lanyard loop style with different dinosaurs on it. And then this little guy, he sees a meteor in the sky and is like, meteor's coming down. And then this cool little bit here. And I've actually got stuff from this girl before at other conventions.
Yeah. And
she makes really good stuff. And in fact, you took a picture of the jumper, didn't you?
The main part of it, yeah. I can include that, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, there was a jumper I wanted to really get, but I couldn't because it was a lot of money, and I'd spent enough at this convention. But basically, it was a blue jumper with a pigeon on it, and the pigeon was going, "It's called Fashion Susan." And every time we went past, we'd crack up, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it's kind of funny as well, because that's the name of Mum as well. Exactly. So that kind of made me laugh even more on that. And yeah, we keep regretting. We've seen it a few times now. We keep forgetting to not get one up.
Okay, so the other things that boys, one of the other things I really like to do at these conventions is look out for authors that I may not necessarily come across in the shops, and the nice thing is you can meet them and get them to sign the books.
And I've done that in the past as well for comics and stuff like that.
So I got 2 sets. This woman called Eleanor Taylor, she did a couple of books. So we got this one. It's called The Balloon Hunter. I'll explain what these are about in a sec. Really cool. And she also signed my book. Again, very cool. The second one she did was called Death to Anyone Who Reads This. Haven't read these yet. I'm planning to at least read the first one over the holidays. You can have a little, if you want to read that, have a pause the video to read the back. Okay. And basically, the Balloon Hunter, she explained that these 2 books go together. Balloon Hunter, I believe, is the first one, and the idea is it's the apocalypse. It's the apocalypse, and there's this woman who is living in a Costco, so she's got plenty of food, but she's on her own. So what she does is she gets a load of postcards and writes on them, blows up a balloon and sends them on their way, not necessarily expecting an answer, but somebody answers. So yes, and then we got the sequel. So like for example, there's the front of the postcard, and there's the other side of it. You can see there's a place for the stamp there as well, and that's how it's written. It's really, really cool. And then the other set of books I got was by a guy called Chaos Horak, and it's called Mildred the Crazy Cat Lady. So basically about this woman who somehow inherits a cat, and she joins the Society of Cat Owners, and adventures ensue, I believe. So that I got the first two, Mildred the Crazy Cat Lady, and then Mildred and the Cat Chamber.
Big old books as well. Nice.
I was going to ask your mum to see if she wanted to borrow them. So, and again, the author signed,
I forgot about that.
The author signed it for me, which is always cool. And I got a lovely bookmark as well to go with it.
I love bookmarks.
Oh my god, it's one of the things I collect. I collect bookmarks. I'm that person. But yeah, that was really cool. And I always like to support these authors because they don't necessarily get into the shops or get noticed as easily. But at these conventions with the people that are going to read these, it's a really good idea.
And you get to stop and have a little chat with them as well, and you get a bit more humane with it as well, isn't it?
Exactly. It's really nice to chat to people about those books. And then the other thing we got, which we don't have because...
Oh yeah, we have picture evidence, but that's about as much as it is because they would have lasted anyway, well, even a day, let alone any longer than that.
They didn't even last half a day.
Yeah. So let me explain.
Basically, there's this guy who sells these really amazing cupcakes. If you go to conventions, you may recognise him because he has a pink mohawk. And we've been going to conventions for a while. So, and we bought that many times from him. He recognised us on this occasion.
Mainly from the tattoo convention ones we've seen him, I think. That's the biggest one we see him at.
And he's been to a couple of geeky expos as well.
Yeah, but...
I mean, I know him because when I went to get my chest tattoo done, he was there getting a tattoo as well. And I recognised him. We had a little chat there. But basically, this guy does the most amazing cupcakes. And he always comes up with new flavours and different ideas, and we've had so many of them. And what he'll do is he'll do a box of, he'll sell you 4 and then you get given 2 free. They're not the cheapest, but they're definitely worth the money. So on this occasion we got the 6. We got 5 cakes and a brownie. So we got a Dubai chocolate one because that's one of the trendy chocolates at the moment, which I did try this weekend. I'm not exactly sure of the hype, but it tastes nice. So Dubai chocolates, so that's chocolate icing, pistachio and a chocolate sponge. The lemon sherbet one.
That was really nice. I wasn't sure about that one.
Vanilla.
Hey, lovely.
Yeah, it was vanilla sponge with sherbet, lemon sherbet, icing, and a lemon sherbet sweet on the top.
Yes.
Chocolate orange with the toast chocolate orange on it. Trying to remember the Jammy Dodger one, which was nice. You had that one, didn't you?
Yeah. A little
tiny Jammy
Dodger on top. Again, you'll see the little pictures we got. We had to take the pictures beforehand because it didn't last long. I remember the last ones if you don't.
I do remember.
Oh, okay.
Then we had a Biscoff one, which was nice.
Yeah.
Biscuit on top with a Biscoff icing. And then we had a brownie, which was an Oreo brownie. Always good. And what we normally do is if there's a particular one we'll have the whole of that. So I had the Dubai chocolate, you had the Jammy Dodger one.
Yeah.
And then we cut the others in half and share them. So essentially we're eating about 3 cupcakes each.
No, it's like on holiday. Eating on holiday and when you're away is different to when you have stuff at home. Yes. You know, it's that different situation. You know,
the calories
allow
don't
for
count.
that. Doesn't count. Calories don't count. And if you're in a hotel room as well, because that's where we munched while watching stuff.
And can I also just say that day we did 17,000 steps.
Yeah.
So we definitely burnt these off.
Yeah, we burnt at least a couple of crumbs off the cupcakes. Definitely.
Oh no, many more than a crumb. I think we burnt at least a cake and a half off.
Oh,
easy.
Yeah. As you've seen before, we got to this part of the video there. I didn't do a crazy amount of footage around the expo, but I wanted to just highlight certain moments that was interesting because obviously you get a lot of usual stuff there, like pops, posters, things like that, as well as other things. But I tried to focus on some parts that was really, oh, that's cool to see that. So, but yeah, I would like to go again next year. if we can. That'd be quite nice because we've got a bit of a setup for it now, so it's quite nice and that. And yeah, so I think that's all your bits. I will show my bits, but because I don't want to bore Danielle, she's gonna love us and leave us.
Okay then. I don't. Have to,
then,
are you gonna get? Am I gonna disappear the same as last time?
Okay, bye. Right. Anyway, let's move on a bit more. There we go. Right, that's it. Again, I never get used to sitting on that side of the room. Anyway, right, so there you go. That was Danny's haul. So, for me, I got a few bits as well. We did get a few... Right, so, okay. Obviously, there was... the convention was on the Sunday, but we went up on the Saturday. So, we had a day out in Liverpool as well, because we went to meet up with Mrs. TJ and his lovely wife, Linz. If you don't know who Mr. CJ is, and that sounds weird to say that, because that's his username on Twitch and on YouTube. And yeah, while you're at it, I don't know how to include it. I'll find a way to do it. Here's an annotation there. If you click that, you'll go to his channel, because he does videos on toys, movies, games, and he does streaming as well. So you'll get to check out some stuff on his channel. But anyway, yeah. So he was very kindly showed us around Liverpool on the Saturday. Took us all the bits about some band called the Beatles.
Look, fellas, it's Lisa in the sky.
No diamonds, though.
Look out for the campy drawing of Queen Victoria.
Oh,
Oh,
no, God, help us. Help us.
I don't know. I think they're new. I don't know. But people were talking about them and stuff, and he knew about them, so I just played along with it. Anyway, so the reason why I'm bringing this up before we did go into the convention is because we got some pickups before we went to convention. So first of all, when we got there, when we was meant to be meeting up with Steve and Linz, they were running a bit late. And so I did. He recommended, if you go to this, you can go to this place, and gave us a name of this like, we didn't know what it was at the time. We thought it was going to be sending us to a pub or something, so we can sit down while we wait for him to arrive. No, he sent us to a very cool geeky shop instead, which is dangerous because I ended up actually buying something there. And that's before the convention. I was like, right, no, all my money is for the convention, and that's it. But I bought one thing. So yeah, so when we went to the shop, it was, I didn't get any footage of the shop, which I'm a bit gutted about. Next time we go, I'll try and do a bit of footage there. I think because it was, the shop was a bit like, if you know the shop Forbidden Planet, it's a bit like that, but with all the best stuff. Literally, like, no, like, filler stuff, all killer, no filler, and all that business. So it had some really, really good things there. And constantly we go, okay, that's nice, that's good, that's cool. Because we don't have a shop like that where we live. So that was quite unique. I can't remember what the shop was called now. I keep on saying World's End, it wasn't. Anyway, I'll think the name of the shop and I'll put it up there. So that was a shop we went to. Very cool shop, highly recommend it. So anyway, yeah, we had a wander around there. And one thing I got into a bit weird collection thing of when I can find it. I'm a big fan of Mega Man. Because you'll find it on my Twitch channel. That's just up there. See, another little promo there. It's good, isn't it? And yeah, and I love playing Mega Man games. And I've played quite a few of those in the past. And I'm trying to find the odd bit of merch. You don't really see that much Mega Man merch around. But, well, in the UK anyway. So, yeah, so when I saw this, I was like, I've got to get this. And I'm thinking, oh no, that's all right, because we're in a new location. I thought, right, if I buy this, it'd be like, it's like, this is my souvenir of Liverpool. So this has symbolised me being at Liverpool. Well, listen, little guy, look. And it's not technically Mega Man, it's Rockman, because this is a Japanese plush. A little cutie. And yeah, so I have a few little Mega Man bits, but I've never seen him before. And I think he's relatively new. And it's a Japanese import of it, because it's got the little tag. It's got officially Sega and everything. Weirdly, it's got Sega on it, so I'm assuming it's like more of the... I don't know how that works, but I know in Japan and I think other parts of Asia there's Sega. Well, Sega used to own arcades. You know, we know Sega from Mega Drive and Master System and all the rest of it. they also owned some arcades, so they had a lot of like merchandise stuff. But anyway, so he was little rock man, little plushie. I thought, oh, I'll have him. He's just cool. So I've got him as a little for the games room as well, because you know I need more gaming stuff in the games room. Yeah. So yeah, got him. So I bought him there. So that's my little souvenir of the expo there. Expo of Liverpool. And then after that, we went on to the ring that Danny just mentioned about. It was, I can't remember the market now, but basically it's where they had multiple stalls, but you didn't have a seller sitting at the stall. You would pick up the items and it had like a number on. You take it to the front desk and you pay for it. They were like unattended market stalls as such. Some people had, some people won't, but most of them were just it was just like, you know, a stall and you could look around. It's quite nice because them sort of shops, I really like those because it's nice that you can walk around a tiny shop and not. There's nothing wrong with it, but I always get a bit funny when you just want to look around at stuff and there's someone watching you the entire time and sort of saying, "Oh, can I help you? Can I help you?" And you're like, "Go away! I just want to look at stuff," that sort of thing. And that's how it was there, which was really nice because you could just take your time, look at things, and there's no pressure, and you could be left alone basically. But there was one at the back that he told me about, so this is DJ's fault. That he sells videos. I include his Instagram page as well because the guy was really, really nice who runs that stall. He's got an amazing setup. He sells like, you know, a lot of retro games and mostly movies. I'll get the name of the shop up there. So please go over and give him a follow because he's an absolute great guy. And yeah, basically, he said, "Oh, there's a guy who at one of the stalls at the end, he sells VHS." And as you all know, I'm not collecting VHS, just for the record. But I thought while we're there, we'll have a look. Might as well. While we're there, you know, we're tourists here. So we've got to take advantage of going to these places because you never know. And CJ didn't want to go. Because he was like, well, I don't want to really go to it because I might end up buying something. And I go, no, but you've got to take us because we're like, you know, we're like tourists of the place. We're guests of Liverpool. You've got to show us all the sights and sounds. So he's like, all right then, okay, let's go have a look. So yeah, so basically, again, I didn't get any pictures, but this is a good reason to check out his Instagram, and you see a lot more. You'll see some footage of how his shop looks and everything. And I thought, well, I might have a look. What's this? Get an interest, and I did pick up some videos. I thought, well, might as well one there. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, on holiday and stuff. So yeah, so these are the 3 that I picked up. Right, let's start the first one. So the first one I picked up is because there's certain like films I kind of like to try and get hold of on Laserdisc or other formats, whatever I can, have a physical copy of it in some form of another. And that's like there's like early 80s films and some early 90s, things like that. So the first one we got is Kickboxer 2, The Road Back.
Commission rules: no knees, no elbows. You must hit with a closed fist.
In Kickboxer, they faced the killing fists of Tong Po, and Zien was powerless to save them. Now, Sasha Mitchell takes up the challenge where his brothers left off. Some fights, you fight for honor.
You're through your one now.
Sometimes you fight for revenge. Is the Kickboxer. Kickboxer 2, East meets West. The ultimate showdown.
It's just something I gotta do now.
Kickboxer 2.
You'll know Kickboxer from that awesome film with Jean-Claude Van Damme in. Yeah, this is not it. This is the sequel. I won't say it happens at the end of what happens at the beginning of this, to explain what's going on with the original cast. I'll say that for you if you ever do watch it. With a tagline: when the enemy is angry, confuse him. When he's unaware, surprise him. And if he refuses to submit, destroy him. yeah, that's a hell of a tagline, isn't it? But anyway, right. So, but these are good films though. There's about 4 or 5 of these films in total. I haven't got the exact number, but it's around that sort of point. But I thought, I didn't get. And this. I remember this one. This was £2, which I think is really good because that would have been the sort of price I would have if I would have saw this inside of a charity shop, and it was £2. I would have snapped up instantly. You know, this was a guy that specialises in videos and looks after and cleans them all up and everything. But the only thing is, I have to mark him down for 1 point. Did right in the video, did he? Terrible. But yeah, it's all really clean. None of the horrible video mould stuff you get in it, and that's all really good condition. The case is really good, Nick, as well. And yeah, so that's the first one I got. So yeah, I have seen all of the Kickboxer films. I went through a stage where I went through and watched all of them, but it's cool to see if I can pick up these whenever I can. And I know for a fact, like, this one's really expensive on Laserdisc. So my rule of thumb really is that if I can't afford the Laserdisc version because the price of it, I'll try and get a VHS if I can. And if I can't get that, DVD, you know, and all sorts. But essentially, though, that one I thought was quite cool. But now I'm on a search for the rest of these. So I need to get the rest of these ones now. But yeah, we'll stick that one for now. You know, so there's that one. And the next one I got, and this was 5. So which is a bit more. So these were, even though there's quite a lot there, and I was restraining myself. I could have got a lot more. But I went for ones that I'm actually actively looking for. Again, this one I'm about to show. Again, very expensive Laserdisc for the Japanese or the American or the PAL, if you had a PAL one. That I'm just a bit priced out. They're just way too much money. But so the next one is Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan.
When it comes to intergalactic confrontation, no one can beat Chef Ramsay.
Excellent work, Ramsay.
So what's next?
Why don't you try relaxing?
But now, he's about to land in a place even he isn't prepared for. Suburbia.
Get to know the locals. Blend in.
Hulk Hogan, Christopher Lloyd.
I was frozen today.
Suburban Commando.
With that amazing cover with the aliens on it. This was a big childhood film because obviously everyone was into WWF and Hulk Hogan was in like every film possible at the time. And yeah, it got some nice history with this video. This movie in general, because like my earliest memory of the weirdest time I saw this film was it was coming up to the half term, or it was coming up to the summer holidays at school, you know, way back 1992, and basically we could all have a movie to watch on the last day before the summer holidays. And for some reason, I don't know who chose it, why, or whatever, but they wheeled in the big TV, big TV and video player, and they put on Suburban Commando. Random. It was a great day. That was great. It's weird things about the things I don't remember at school, but I remember watching this just before the school holidays. Random. But yeah, really fun. And I actually sat and watched this only the other night, and yeah, it's really good. I still really like it. You know, Christopher Lloyd, Hulk Hogan, brilliant. With Suburban Commando, Hulk Hogan, Christopher Lloyd, and a couple of other people in there. Really, really fun film. Can't believe it was a PG. It's a PG film, and we sat and watched this at school. Weird. So yeah, I really want a copy of that. And again, expensive on other formats. So I thought, no, I'll get the video of it instead. And good condition, and it was... actually, I'll rewind it because I watched it, didn't I? But yeah, all in great condition again. Really good video, because that's the nice thing with these videos, that when you look at something like this in a shop in some form, you can check if it's in good condition or not, rather than when you try and look for it online and thinking, oh, if it looks the way it comes, that you see it in a picture. But yeah, so I got that one. And the final one I got for the day from this place was, and this one I've been really after. Again, I've been a broken record. I wanted the Laserdisc of it, but the Japanese and the American copies are really expensive, and you can hardly ever find them in the UK as it is. You always got to try and import them as well, and I'm not in that, you know, it's too rich for my blood to get stuff like that. But in the future, I would like to try and get them if I can. But anyway, but I picked up this on VHS, and there's a little bit of story to go along with this one actually as well. But it's Masters of the Universe.
Ruled by a being of utter evil. Only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be Masters of the Universe. Live the adventure.
With Dolph Lundgren as He-Man, as you might know as, because even though it's called Masters of the Universe, even the cartoon was, I'd always just call it He-Man. Skeletor, pictures in the back there, and really good copy. And this was actually the first one we come across when we were looking through the videos. And yeah, great condition. I haven't watched this one yet because I only watched it weirdly only like a couple of months ago. But yeah, I'm like a bit of a thing to watch that. Yeah, so this one, when I spotted this, and because CJ, who was there looking at him, he picked it up, and I kept on him going, "Oh mate, you should buy that. Oh, you should get that. Oh, it's a good opportunity to buy this one. If you don't get it, mate, I'll get it." I was semi-joking. Yeah, I did want to get it myself, but because I know he's a bigger He-Man fan. Even, you know, I grew up on it as well, obviously, but you know, he's actively collecting a lot more stuff for it, like nowadays. And so I thought, well, you know, if he wants it, he can have it. And I did mean it though, like, if he want it, but I did want it as well. So anyway, we were laughing at it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure," and said, "Mate, don't get it, I'll get it." And just as he went to go, "Oh, okay," he then looked through the pictures he's got of the he's showing the videos that were there. There's another copy. So he went, "Oh look, there's another copy. Oh great, we can get one each." So we end up picking up a copy each of the movie, which is strange, isn't it? You go to a place that has videos, and really you wouldn't expect to see two of the same movie there, really. And I can't remember how much this was now. I actually can't remember. Yeah, it wasn't expensive, obviously not, but I actually can't remember how much I paid for it. But yeah, this was great film. I loved childhood, and I still think it's great today. But yeah, so Steve picked up a copy, and I picked up a copy, so we got a copy each.
Oh, friend!
So yeah, we're VHS friends. So yeah, we got one of those. Good thing we're not actively collecting, eh? But yeah, so that one there. Yeah, so that was. So I didn't come away. So just before we've even gone to convention, I picked up a plushie and 3 VHSs. And this is the day before we actually go to a convention where we actually meant to be buying stuff there. Anyway, so yeah, so that was Saturday. Right, now on to this is the stuff that was from that I actually got at the convention. So first of all, I'll talk about the sign-in part. So the reason why we even went to Liverpool Con really is they had a certain different cast members, which we addressed just now with Danielle, where we had there were cast members from Starship Troopers and Aliens. They were the two main franchises. There was others there as well, but they were the two that interested me the most. If I had the money, I would have got so many signatures, but it does get expensive. This one I got for myself here is it was, you know, I'm being transparent with prices and stuff, so it was £30, which is actually pretty good considering a lot of these conventions that have people doing signings, they charge a lot more money than that. Some ride into the hundreds, but that was just at my budget. But that was the only one I could get, unfortunately. But that was the biggest one I wanted out a lot because in the previous year, many years ago, I had a chance of getting a photo opportunity with Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, which I put a picture just there, with the old yellow loader behind it. Yeah, that was a very cool day. That was a good number of years ago now. So I've met her, and in the past on a Blu-ray box set I've got, I've met the guy who plays who's dressed up in the alien from the first movie. Had a good chat with him. Met Hicks, guy who plays Hicks, and a couple of other people that I can't remember off the top of my head. And so I've met a few people, and Aliens is pretty much my all-time favourite movie. Obviously, different genres have different favourites, but this one, that was a big one for me. Aliens. Grew up as a kid. I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I watched it back then, but we watched all that stuff back then. So anyway, so I went to go. So I only booked up for one signature, and that was for the lady who plays as Vasquez. So while Danny was doing the filming, I took this to get signed. So let me take it out of this plastic. Put it here. So this is my special edition copy of Aliens on Laserdisc. Again, I've been a bit bad with this, but I'll maybe doing. Hopefully, could do some videos in the future talking about my Laserdisc collection. So I've got to build up quite a nice bit here. But this is a big thing because I thought, right, unfortunately, when I met the other people from from Aliens or the Alien franchise, I didn't have lasers back then. I had the Blu-ray box set, the quadrility set. So I got that signed. It's a bit gutting. I wish I could have got this signed back then, but doesn't matter. I've took a separate thing. But anyway, so this is a special edition version of Aliens. And she's actually featured on the back. You can see just there. There she is. Yeah, so what I did was, because it's a gatefold one, I got her to sign the inside. Rather than on the outside, because I'm a bit worried about like damage or whatever. I've got to sign inside. And there she's there. There she is. So I've got to sign it. She's got, I can't say her full name, but anyway, got that and then got Vasquez underneath it. Absolutely, she was so lovely. She was such a lovely person. You'll see the video clip of me talking to her and geeking out a bit. I'm terrible when I meet actors and actresses. I never know what to fully say. But the one thing I was trying to avoid to say, I never want to say, I love you in films, you're great, something like that. So I try my hardest to try and talk a bit down. One thing I always do, I've always done is whenever I've been to conventions and we've met people, because 90% of the people I've met don't come from England, they're all from America or whatever. I always say, first of all, thank you very much for coming over and taking the opportunity to come over to our country to do the signing meetings. It means a lot. I say it to every single one of them, and they always go, "Oh, that's very nice of you to say." And it's so I always appreciate it. I know we're paying for the privilege to get stuff signed, but still, they could turn around and go, "Nah, I don't feel like it. I don't want to go to that." So them coming over, and it could be a one-off experience because I've been to a lot of conventions in the past, and there hasn't been that many people. There's been people that I've only ever come across once or twice, if that, coming to a convention over here to do meet and greet signings and everything. So take the opportunity when you can, whenever you see these people come up. Don't think, oh, that's it, I'll wait till next time they come. They might not ever bother to come back over again to do signings and stuff. So that's why I want to take the opportunity. But anyway, so I got to sign this one. So hopefully in the future, if more people from the Alien franchise come over, I'll get them to sign. Because I have 4 of the Alien movies on lasers. So no, but this one obviously I want to get more cast members from Aliens because that's my favourite one. So yeah, got to sign that. There you go. And it's just this is what I had already. I just took this with me. But you can hear a little conversation we have when I talked to her about it and stuff, which was quite nice because people look, you get pictures there you can get signed on the front desk, or they bring posters to sign things like that. But I thought getting lasers signed is much cooler. Even though I didn't buy lasers there, I'll include it because it got signed. That was this was literally the reason why I even went to the convention. To be quite honest, that was the biggest thing for it. So yeah, so I'll include that back there. Right, then the next thing I got is this is a big. I've tried to get it all in one shot. There was a lady, as Danny was saying about all the other sellers that sell crafts and their own things that they've created. Not always just necessarily 3D stuff, but like posters, artwork, mouse mats, things like that. And there's one girl who's there that last time we went to I think it was a gaming market. Oh no, was it? I think it was Blackpool Play Expo. I think it was there. Anyway, it's one of the conventions, and they had these. They call them like the extra large mouse mats. They're like ones that take up like the whole top of your desk where you have a keyboard over it and your mouse. I've always loved those. I've had a Doom one like forever. And there's one there, the lady who does like pixel artwork, and she did it on video games. She had a Bloodborne. Oh, I think, did I include footage in the video? Oh, can't remember. Hopefully you should see a little bit of a stall showing it. If I didn't, apologise. I can't remember now. But there was one that I wanted last time I went, and she actually sold out. Because I left it, and I went, oh, Menard, and I walked off, and I come back, and all she had left was a Bloodborne one, which I don't play Bloodborne. But the one I wanted the most, there was, it was a Resident Evil one. Resident Evil 2, and I love Resident Evil 2. I love the Resident Evil franchise, but this one really like. They had she had a Leon one and a Claire one, and they're different cast members. So I thought, right, I want to get it now. If I try and get it later and it's gone, I'll be upset, and I need a new mouse mat anyway. So I'll try and get this in shot. The B-roll footage will look a lot better than what I'm going to show. But yeah, here it is. It's absolutely enormous, this mouse mat. But basically, it's it's a pixelated version of the Raccoon City Police Department part. You can see you've got Claire down the bottom there. At the top of it, you've got like the inventory screen. And it's not a shot from the game. This is like a creative version of like if it was in Pixel, if it was made on the Mega Drive or SNES or something like that. But then it's got the nice rubber bit on the back and that. And this is my new mouse mat that I use currently at the moment. I've had to take all the stuff from my desk to put it on. And yeah, absolutely love with it. And I've been waiting so long, so I put a business card down. If I include her name of the seller, I've got the business card somewhere. If I can, I try and include it just up there, just above me, of the seller, because she's really lovely, you know. And I'm just really big fan of it. Really good, and I'll get that stuff from as well next time. I think she has a Silent Hill one as well, I think. But yeah, they had Leon. Yeah, but this one, yeah, got Claire Redfield with a shotgun. She's got 3 ribbons, 1 health spray. She's in the main hall of the police department, and yeah, and there's lots of little Easter eggs, like little bits from it. If you know Resident Evil 2, yeah, you'll know. You'll know what you'll see on it. And I said I'll include a better B-roll footage of the mouse mat in full, so you can see the whole thing. You can see a lot more of it. But yeah, so there's that. I don't know how to include that. Let me just lay it out like like that. There you go. That kind of works, doesn't it? There you go. And then the last thing I've got. Oh no, so I've got two more things. So then the next thing I've got. This I was really happy with, because again, whenever I go to these conventions, like, you see a lot of usual stuff there, which is not a bad thing, but you see stuff that you've seen before. If you go to a few of them, you kind of noticing like similar sort of things each time. But it was a guy that sold like tin posters, and I always love those, but I don't always see ones I'm always interested in. These always ones of like great franchises, but stuff I'm not really that bothered with. I like more unique ones. I spotted this one. And this was the last one he had. And I was so happy with this. This is because I'm a massive fan of this movie as well. And the thing is, it doesn't literally state on it what film it's from. So if you know, you know. I won't say straight away what it is. So if you can work it out, yeah, there you go. If not, I'll tell you a second later so you can work it out. So this is the back of it. So this is the this one I saw on the wall, and I had to have it. So good. And it's ICS Network Television. And you're probably thinking, what's that?
Number 1, roll process mod. Okay, you got it. Hey,
And everyone's favorite showman, Damon Killian.
Thank you.
Well, you either know or you don't know, but this is I had to had to get this. I'm gonna put this on the Games Wall at some point. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to do this video before I put anything up and use fully. And it's just a metal tin like poster. It's got a bit of Velcro on the back, but you can like get like stickies that put onto it, and it's like a metal thing, which is nice. And yeah, so if you don't know what this is already, this is ICS. This is from The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it was one of my a very, very good childhood movie along with Aliens and the rest of it. And it's just so cool to see that, because you could get one that has a logo, The Running Man, on things like that, or Ghostbusters, things like that. But I thought, no, that was cool, because if you know, you know, and I kind of prefer them sort of things when it's kind of like something within that universe or in that film. It's not obvious unless you do know what it is. So I thought it was very cool. Really, really happy with that. So I'm gonna find a little spot on the wall for this to go up. But yeah, absolutely love that. So yeah, and then got that. So if I include, get a bit. I don't want to cover Mega Man. Okay, I've lay it like that. There you go. The other thing I've got as well, which I don't, I've got two more things, but the other thing I've got as well, I haven't got it with me because it was a gift, but it was my mum's birthday, and I wanted to get something, because we grew up, all these sort of films, Running Man, Aliens, all these sort of films, I grew up watching with the parents, and I know there's certain franchises that me and parents like absolutely love, and we have stuff in common that we really like. And obviously, Aliens is still a massive one for us. So I'll include a picture, because I did get a picture of it. I'll try and I won't make a video this time, but I'll include some pictures I got of it. But basically, it was it was handmade, really nice. It was like a snow globe sort of glass top to it, and I'll show you a picture just up there of it. As you can see it from there, it's basically a handcrafted version of the Queen Alien with two eggs. One's open, one's not. Where's the face hugger gone? Ooh. Don't know. It escaped. And basically, yeah, it was a nice little thing there, and I thought that was really nice, because it was something that you wouldn't go and buy. You wouldn't be able to just buy it in the shop, and it's not officially licensed. It's a craft thing, which I thought was great. And they would display that in the front room somewhere, and I thought that was really nice. I thought that was a great one to do. There's loads of cool things I spotted, but that was the one thing I thought I found the most really unique there for them. So yeah, so I got them that, and then that's for that. Then the last thing I did actually get this as well, and I spotted these, and I love my shorts. I should be wearing them today actually, but I wanted to make sure I could show them on camera. But I got these, and these are so cool, right? So these are like lounging shorts, really comfortable. And this is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, which is my favourite one. And you've got Freddy over there, and you've got like the guy who's been puppeted, and it's like really cool neon colours. And I thought that was just a very, very cool set. So I've only got something from that seller really. He's got some great stuff. I'll try and include the name of his stall up there somewhere if I can find the business card I put in the bag. I think I did. Yeah, so I got them as well. And I don't normally buy theme short things and that really, but I just really wanted like something like that, and that was the more cheaper of the items they had there. So, and I just I fell in love with it because I don't have anything Freddy related at all. So yeah, and that's it. So that is right. I can't display it properly, but there you go. So that was absolutely everything from the Liverpool Comic Con of 2025. So I think that was that Comic Con and Liverpool in general, but yeah, mostly from there. I hope you enjoyed that, and there'll be more in the future. We've got lots more events coming up. Because obviously this is going to go out way after the convention's happened, but we've got a couple of others coming up still. We've still got some other toy fairs coming up. We've got a tattoo convention coming up the next couple of weekends, so I hope to get some more videos. And now I've got my camera back because I haven't actually addressed that yet. I'll just quickly mention it here. So if you saw my YouTube short, basically I take this little camera. I've got an Osmo Pocket 2. and it has like gimbal on top, so helping like doing smooth video and stuff. And basically, I had an accident with it. It fell out my pocket, and and it hit the floor quite bad, and it just started freaking out. So it was basically busted. But so that's why I've kind of been way behind with videos. That's one thing. I could have used my iPhone. I could have used, Danny's phone for stuff, and I've got some little bits and pieces I've had to use from other conventions. But this time I thought I wanted to wait till this camera back, because I felt wrong without using this camera. It's like the best quality one I've got. So luckily got a brand new one now, and we're back up running, so you should see videos coming out a lot more frequent. I'm going to try and somehow stick to one video a week if I can. I've got loads of different ones lined up, other conventions, car boots, and topics and stuff. Some other little video ideas I've got in the works. So hopefully we get lots more of those coming up as well. Yeah, that's it really. So that's the big up there why I haven't had any videos out. So yeah, that's it really. In the comments, if you've watched this far into the video, say Plunger of the Universe. That's it, Plunger of the Universe. There you go. That's your word for the comment at the end. Right. Anyway, so that's it really. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, I should include this, shouldn't I? Yeah, usual. If you're not, oh yeah, one thing I will say. Yeah, okay. Right, I will say this as well. I've got to add this in at the end as well. I actually don't say this because obviously I'm still quite new to YouTube really, as a creating videos and stuff. But I'd like to say that if you could, I would absolutely love if you ain't already, please drop me a subscription. It's free to do. Click the red button. I think it's red, and that'd be great because I'm trying to make my way to hit like I'm 200 followers currently. Followers, that's Twitch. 200 subscribers. I'm currently on, at the moment of filming this video, something like 144 at the moment, which is fantastic. But I would love it if I can try and get to at least 200. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, that'd be awesome if I can get to that. Yeah, and give this video a like if you liked it. If you don't like it, drop it a dislike. It's all good criticism. And if you want, write something else in the comments. Is there a favourite bit in the video, something that you picked up but I didn't pick up? Or just if you went to the convention, please let me know if you did or not. I would love to read it. Then I'll read every comments on all the videos I put up at the moment. So yeah, that'd be lovely of you. If not, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.